Welcome to English Speaking Studio. In today's episode, we'll discuss a fascinating English speaking topic. Let's dive into some thought-provoking questions. How interested are most people in your country in science?
Well, in my country, interest in science varies among people. Some are deeply fascinated by scientific advancements, especially in medicine and technology, while others see science as something distant from their daily lives. However, with social media and online educational platforms, more people are becoming aware of scientific discoveries. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, people became more engaged with topics like vaccines and public health, showing that interest can grow when science directly affects their lives.
Why do you think children today might be better at science than their parents?
I think children today have more access to information than their parents did. With the internet, interactive learning apps, and engaging science programs, kids can learn complex concepts in a fun and accessible way. Schools also emphasize STEM education more than in the past, encouraging hands-on experiments and critical thinking. Moreover, modern technology like AI and robotics makes science more exciting, helping children develop problem-solving skills that their parents might not have had the opportunity to explore.
How do you suggest the public can learn more about scientific developments?
There are several ways the public can stay informed about science. First, governments and educational institutions can create science outreach programs and public lectures. Second, documentaries and YouTube channels dedicated to science, like National Geographic and Veritasium, make learning about science more engaging. Finally, schools should integrate more real-world applications of science into their curriculum to make it relevant to everyday life.
What do you think are the most important scientific discoveries in the last 100 years?
There have been countless groundbreaking discoveries, but a few stand out. One is the discovery of antibiotics like penicillin, which revolutionized medicine and saved millions of lives. Another is the development of the internet, which transformed communication and access to information. More recently, advancements in artificial intelligence and genetic engineering, such as CRISPR technology, have the potential to change the future of medicine and industry.
Do you agree or disagree that there are no more major scientific discoveries left to make?
I strongly disagree. Science is always evolving, and there are still many mysteries to uncover. For example, we're just beginning to understand the human brain and the vastness of space. Quantum computing, renewable energy breakthroughs, and even the search for extraterrestrial life could lead to some of the biggest discoveries of the future. As technology advances, new questions will arise, driving further exploration.
Who should pay for scientific research, governments or private companies?
I believe both should contribute. Governments should fund research that benefits society, such as medical studies and climate change solutions, because these areas might not be profitable but are crucial for humanity. On the other hand, private companies often drive innovation in fields like artificial intelligence and space exploration. A balance between public and private funding ensures that scientific progress continues without being limited by financial interests.
That wraps up today's episode of English Speaking Studio.